Hi guys, this is Kelly and you're watching That Smells Divine. In today's video, I am going to be reviewing the Kayali Fragrance Discovery Set plus the new limited edition release, which is the Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. If you'd like to hear my thoughts on this, please keep watching. Before we dive into the fragrance for today, I have not filmed a video in so long, you guys. I think it's been a month since I filmed. And I actually am headed out. I'm going to Panama for Christmas, super excited. So I just wanted to film this quick video before I head out and give you my thoughts. And just to let you guys know, I had never smelled anything from Kayali until last night, or actually a couple days ago, because I tried this first. I really tried to hold off so that this video could be a first impressions video, but I was unsuccessful with that because I literally could not, the suspense was killing me. I couldn't wait any longer. So although this is not a first impressions video, it's a pretty close to first impressions. I have only tested this, and I've only tested it twice. And I've only sprayed, I haven't sprayed any of these on skin. I've only sprayed them on testers. And so, yeah, today I'd love to go through each of these and give you my honest thoughts on each fragrance. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please go ahead and subscribe if you love this content. Like this video. Make sure you let me know in the comments your thoughts on the Kayali fragrances. I would love to hear everyone's opinions on them. And without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so first of all, I got this discovery kit from Sephora. It was 25 bucks, and I love like how cute it is. The presentation is really nice. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but I like how at the top they put the notes. And I noticed the juice in these fragrances are really, really nice as well. And then I ordered the travel size of the brand new release. I was hearing so much on YouTube. Everyone was talking about how they were hearing polarizing reviews. I was only hearing people talking about how much they loved this. I haven't heard anyone say they didn't like it. So I got a travel spray of this because I was like, if I'm gonna smell almost the entire collection, why not just smell the entire collection at once, you know? So let's get started with the sort of queen of the Kayali fragrances, which is the Vanilla 28. Everyone loves this. They rave about it. And I don't know why I've never smelled this. Like, it's kind of hilarious that I've been so into fragrances for so long and I've never smelled any of the Kayali fragrances, like, which is interesting. Anyways, so this has been likened to Note Vanille. And so I've been really excited. Like, this was the one I was the most excited to try. So let's go ahead and give it a sniff. Okay, so Vanilla 28 has notes of vanilla orchid, tonka absolute, brown sugar, amber woods, and musk. And this smells really, really good. I understand the hype around this. It doesn't smell groundbreaking, earth-shattering, you know? It is in a way sort of just like a basic kind of simple vanilla. But it is really, really pretty. It's got this beautiful like almost semi-floral component to it. It's very musky. The tonka is very prominent. The brown sugar is very prominent. It's just a really pretty, sweet vanilla that smells really well done. Like, this doesn't smell actually that basic to me. It does remind me a lot of Note Vanille, which is great. I love Note Vanille. It's like Note Vanille minus the rum note. But obviously I need to wear this on skin and truly experience it. But yeah, from first sniff, I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I understand why people love this so much. I will definitely be getting a full bottle of this. It very much reminds me of, there was a fragrance by Bath & Body Works. It was a perfume, and it was called Vanilla Noir, I think. Vanilla Noir. I wore it from like 2007 to 2010. Maybe it was my signature scent. I went through a couple bottles. I've been trying to find something that really like recreates that, and this is pretty close. Yeah, this is pretty close. This smells really good. So I would give this one a 9 out of 10. I didn't plan on rating these, but I guess we're rating them now. So I would give this a 9 out of 10. It's very hard for me to give something a 10. But yeah, 9 out of 10 for this. Definitely gonna get a full bottle. Okay, moving on, the next one we have is Musk 12. If you didn't know this yet, the numbers after the name of the fragrance are representative of how many tries it took for them to like get to the winning end product with the fragrances. So vanilla is 28. That means it took them 28 tries to nail it. This is Musk 12. It took them 12 tries. Ian and I went through and sampled this kit last night. This was his favorite. I'm not as much into musky scents as he is, but this was definitely his favorite. He wants a full bottle of this. It does seem a little bit more feminine to me, but also like Ian really likes to wear feminine fragrances and he can do whatever he wants, as can everyone else, right? Okay, so Musk 12 has notes of lotus flower, jasmine, musk, vanilla, and sandalwood. And this is a really pretty, like clean, powdery, linen fresh, kind of fluffy. It reminds me of like the smell of like a clean kid, if that makes sense. Yeah, like it smells like a freshly washed baby, sort of. I know that's like a weird thing to say, maybe, but yeah, it just smells really clean. It kind of reminds me of one of the Gap fragrances. If you're an elder millennial and above, then you remember in high school in like 1994, 95, we were all obsessed with Gap fragrances, right? This kind of reminds me of one of those. Not Heaven. I used to wear Heaven all the time. I'm forgetting the name of it. It was like the other really popular one that had kind of that like fluffy sort of cloud fresh linen smell. It smells very similar to that, or is it something else? It's bringing up something from like 1994 memory banks for sure. But yeah, this is really pretty, like really well done. Not my personal taste, but I am gonna wear test it and give it a shot. But yeah, it smells really good, like really clean. If you like to smell clean and not fresh in like a citrusy way, but just like if you just want to smell clean and comfy and cozy, I would definitely recommend trying this out. Okay, the next one that we have is called Deja Vu. White flower, 57. So it took them 57 tries to get this one. And this one has notes of gardenia, jasmine absolute, orange flower, tuberose infusion, and Tahitian vanilla. So let's give this one a sniff. I like white florals when they're done really well, which this one is blended really well. It has almost like a juicy element up top, like almost like a punch kind of vibe going on. And then it quickly, like the jasmine and the tuberose are just like Shazam in your face. It's really pretty. You definitely need to be into white flowers to like this. It's very heady, very well blended. The Tahitian vanilla is very subtle in the background. Yeah, I think this is really pretty. I'm gonna wait till summertime to wear test this because as of right now it's like 22 degrees out here in Texas, which is why I'm all bundled up. Yeah, definitely not white flower type of vibes here. I forgot that I had started ranking. Let's give the musk one 7 out of 10. We'll do the white flowers 6 out of 10. I'm being like really strict with my ratings. I do think that all of these are really, really well done. All right, next is the Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper 25. And this one has notes of pink pepper, bergamot, saffron, Bulgarian rose, vanilla orchid, and sandalwood. This one right off the bat gives me like major Delina vibes. Yeah, big time Delina vibes. A little less like you know how with like Delina, the lychee and the rhubarb makes it a little bit like tart and crunchy, sort of in a weird way, if you know what I mean. This is a little bit more warm and grounded. The rose is a lot more deep in this and less of like a pink rose, if you know what I mean. And the vanilla is a lot more intense with this as well. I really like this personally. I think it's delicious. It smells a lot like Delina and a lot like some other rose fragrances that I have. So I don't think there's anything like extremely groundbreaking about this one. I do think it's really well done. I don't think I would purchase a full bottle just because it smells so similar to some things that I already have. Like I'm actually kind of getting Tom Ford Rose Prick vibes from this, actually more than Delina. Yeah, actually now that it's starting to dry down, I'm getting more of a Rose Prick vibe than, is it Rose Prick? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but it's really good. I'm excited to play with this and wear test it. And, you know, who knows? Maybe I will get a full bottle, actually. I really like this one. I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, next, moving on, we have the Utopia Vanilla Coco 21. And this one has notes of pear, jasmine, coconut, sandalwood, and vanilla bourbon. And this one is just gorgeous to me, you guys. Gorgeous. Like, I usually struggle with the pear note in fragrances, but the pear and the coconut together is beautiful. This is giving me like mega like tropical beach vibes. I'm really excited. Actually, this is perfect timing because we're, like I said, we're going away. We're going to Panama. And it's going to be really hot down there. We're staying at a beach resort our last couple days in the country. And I feel like this is going to be the perfect time to play with this fragrance. But this is really pretty. Like it definitely has that like kind of suntan vibe, but the pear really separates it from other fragrances that are, you know, kind of vanilla coconut, beachy vibes. You know, it can kind of, in my experience, all of those kind of fragrances kind of start to smell the same, but this really sets itself apart with that pear note. It's really pretty. I'm so excited to wear test this. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Okay, next up, we've got Invite Only Amber 23, and this one has notes of black cherry, honey de Provence, honey de Provence, tobacco leaf, amber resin, and vanilla Madagascar. So cherry, honey, and tobacco together sounds like a dream to me. And yeah, this is really pretty. It's a little boozy. It's very deep, very sexy. I feel like this would wear really well on a man. The cherry is very light. It's not, it smells more like a fruit, like a cherry fruit versus like that kind of heavy syrupy cherry that you can get sometimes in fragrances. Yeah, this is really pretty. The honey is very light as well. If you have problems with honey, I don't think that you would be grossed out by this fragrance. Yeah, this is really pretty. I'm excited to wear test this one as well. I would give it, let's say, a 7 out of 10. Okay, the next one was one that I was like the least excited to try because I heard across the board pretty negative reviews. I've heard a couple people say that they really like this, but for the most part, the reviews I heard when this first came out, I think it was like this past summer, were not that positive. And so, yeah, I had my expectations set really low for this one. This is Eden Juicy Apple. It's 01, which means they got it on the first try. I don't know how does that work? You just nail it on the first try? Like you don't try any, I don't know. It's just odd to me that they just like first try. They were just like, yep, we got it, you know? Anyways, this one has notes of juicy red apple, wild berries, jasmine, lychee, vanilla flower, and sensual musk. I often struggle with the notes of lychee and apple, although like some of my favorite fragrances have those notes, but generally I'm really picky with those notes. And so, yeah, like I said, I went into this with very, very low, I would say 0 expectations actually. And it's pretty. Like, yes, it does smell like a shampoo. It does smell like something kind of generic that you would get from Bath & Body Works, for sure. Like all the people that said that on YouTube, they weren't lying. However, I think for the right person, they would really appreciate this scent. It's very juicy. It's very sweet. It's very tart apple, like kind of crispy, like crispy sweet. It does have that generic Bath & Body Works smell. It does have that generic shampoo smell. It also reminds me of this body spray that I used to wear in high school. I think it was from Victoria's Secret. It had like a red juice. I'm trying to remember what that was that I wore that had this very sweet kind of apple smell to it. Yeah, but I think that like people that like more juicy kind of fruit, playful, easy to wear, approachable fragrances would love this. I just personally see this type of scent as more of like a body mist scent or like a candle than a perfume. But there are some people that are gonna love this. But yeah, for me, I'm just like, 5 out of 10. Okay, and the second to last is the second newest, and this is Lovefest Burning Cherry. I've been really excited to try this. The number here is 48, so it took them 48 tries. And in this one, we have notes of burning cherry, raspberry, praline, palo santo, guaiac wood, and patchouli. This has literally like all, like I love, recently have started to love a cherry note. I love a raspberry note. I love a praline note. I love palo santo. Guaiac wood is like a done deal for me. I absolutely love guaiac wood. And then patchouli I also really appreciate. So I was very excited to try this. Let me give you my thoughts. Okay, on first sniff, this smells very much like Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. Like it just does, first sniff. Although, like literally within seconds, I can start to smell the palo santo and the guaiac wood. It's definitely a more woody fragrance, less sweet than Tom Ford's Lost Cherry. And yeah, the raspberry is really starting to come through as well. This is one that I cannot wait to wear test on skin because I know that it's gonna be a full-on experience. I've heard the dry down on this is gorgeous. Yeah, I can't really smell any patchouli yet, but I'm sure that comes out in the dry down. Yeah, I mean, I'm literally sampling this on like paper from one of my online shopping holes. I was gonna say experiences, but yeah, went a little crazy. So like obviously this doesn't do it justice. These are literally just like general second impressions of these fragrances, but I am gonna wear test each of them and report back to you. Although I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that actually hasn't worn these fragrances yet, so y'all are probably like, we know what this smells like, we've been wear testing it for years, like move on, you know. But yeah, this is really pretty. I'm excited to play with this more. Just from what I've smelled so far, I would give it a 7 out of 10. Okay, moving on to the new release. Now everyone is talking about this on YouTube right now. It is the new Kayali Vanilla Royale Sugared Patchouli 64. It's the highest amount of iterations out of all the fragrances. This one has notes of vanilla sur absolute, golden rum, creme brulee, brown sugar, royal oud, and sugared patchouli. I heard some people say this was a more complex fragrance. It's definitely a more intense fragrance. It's definitely more long lasting than some of the other fragrances from the house. I've heard people say this is the fragrance for people who like Kayali fragrances. Maybe they thought Vanilla 28 was a little too basic. This isn't basic at all. This is very complex, and it's definitely a standalone fragrance for sure. I'm trying not to like let other people's reviews impact my own. However, I did notice after like listening to other people's reviews and then wear testing it for myself, what they said about it was true in that it changes over time. When I first sprayed this, the first time when I first sprayed it, I was like, I don't know, like this smells kind of stanky. It's very oud prominent. It kind of smelled like a sweaty mess to me a little bit. And then with a couple hours gone by, I was like, this smells really good. So, you know, it's interesting. So I highly recommend, I've already blown through. So that was up to the top. In 3 days, I've gone through that. So that just goes to show you how I can't stop spraying it. Okay, so let's just give it a sniff. Yeah, so up top, it's like, I think it's the rum up top, the rum and the oud that are just like in your face, like stinky, you know? Yeah, it's a very aggressive fragrance up front. The patchouli is also like pretty aggressive up front. Like it's just aggressive in general. It dries down to a beautiful like vanilla brown sugar with a little bit of that patchouli and oud still underneath kind of supporting it. But it gets a lot sweeter as time goes by, I've noticed, while wear testing. It's also, like I heard it was a beast. It wasn't like super beast mode on me, but it did have great longevity, just not like as much of a beast mode type of fragrance as I heard other people referring to it as. But yeah, this is like if you don't like oud, you're probably gonna like gag or turn your nose up at the very first sniff of this because it is very stanky oud prominent right off the top. It was funny, like the first time I wore it, I was like, I don't know about this, you know, but again, like I just keep reaching for it. I don't know. I feel really drawn to it. I think that you could not wear this in the summertime. I think that you would absolutely have to wear this in colder months. I think it would choke people out. I think it would choke people out in the warmer months, but I don't know. I'm obviously going to play with it. So I'm debating bringing this down to Panama. I don't know. It's going to be like 90 degrees down there. And I already have like 20 fragrances picked out that I want to bring with me. So I might leave this at home. But yeah, I'm really excited. I might wear this tonight. We're having like a family Christmas Eve enchilada meal planned. I might wear it tonight. Yeah, it's just one of those things. It's like, I don't know how I feel about this. Like I was like kind of unimpressed, and then I'm like, am I unimpressed or am I falling in love? I'm having that experience. So yeah, I don't hate it. I don't even dislike it. I don't even like a little bit not like it. Like I like it, but I'm trying to figure out like why I like it, I guess is the thing. So yeah, it's definitely unique. It's definitely a step up from the other fragrances as far as the complexity. But I'll just say like overall, you guys, I'm really impressed with this house. I actually didn't expect to like these as much as I do. Sure, they're like slightly basic, but they're not that basic for being basic, if you know what I mean. I think from what I've smelled, they're really well done. They're blended very well, and they're beautiful. And you know, they're not like anything groundbreaking, but they're also pretty good fragrances. And yeah, I'm really excited to wear test these all. I have no idea about the longevity and the performance of them, so I do need to wear test each of them on skin, really like give them a solid go, and then I'll be able to report back on all of that. But so far, I'm very impressed, and I'm really excited to play with the house. I'm definitely going to be getting a bottle of Vanilla 28, and potentially the Utopia Coco as well. I just need to wear test that one a little bit more as well. So yeah, that's my review of Kayali. And just to let you guys know, we have some really exciting stuff coming up on this channel in January. I'm going to be posting this. This video will come out in January, even though I'm filming it at the end of December. But I've got some really cool changes coming up to the channel, some announcements and stuff. So I'll be sharing that with you guys in the middle of January most likely. And yeah, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be really cool, really exciting. I'm wishing you a happy new year. I hope that 2023 is going to be, I don't hope, I have faith that 2023 is going to be such a magical, beautiful year for all of us, with so many incredible experiences and so many beautiful memories created. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to this new year and everything that's going to bring. So without further ado, that completes our video for today. Please go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, comment down below with your thoughts. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, welcome to the family, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.